My dear students, again, before we go to quadrant rule, let us revise your earlier knowledge. So, first concept in trigonometry, we define 6 trigonometric functions. That is known as trigonometric ratios or T ratios. Let this be in a right angle triangle. B is known as base, P is known as perpendicular, H is known as hypotenuse. This is right angle. Let theta be an acute angle in a right angle triangle where P is the perpendicular, B is the base, H is the hypotenuse. Then 6 trigonometric ratios are defined by sin theta equal to P by H, cos theta equal to B by H, tan theta equal to P by B, cot theta equal to B by P, sec theta equal to H by B, and cosec theta equal to H by P. Originally, the mathematicians they have developed these 4 concepts. Sine in a right angle triangle, this ratio perpendicular by hypotenuse, this ratio is known as sin theta. If this is theta, again very minutely understand the concept in a right angle triangle. If theta is the acute angle, let theta be an acute angle in a right angle triangle where P is the perpendicular, B is the base, H is the hypotenuse. Then sin theta is P by H, cos theta is B by H, tan theta is P by B, cot theta is B by P, sec theta is H by B, and cos theta is H by P. From these definitions, we have defined 6 trigonometric functions. Now you just see the definition. From this definition, we find the reciprocal relation. Sin theta is P by H, cosec theta is by P. So sin theta is 1 by cosec theta. This implied by cosec theta is 1 by sin theta. Similarly, your cos theta is B by H, this is H by P. So 1 by sec theta implied by sec theta is 1 by cos theta. Then tan theta is 1 by cot theta. This is P by B, this is B by B. This implied by cot theta equal to 1 by tan theta. Also, tan theta is P by B. You can write this as P by H by B by H. Tan theta is numerator is P, denominator is B. You divide numerator and denominator by the same quantity P by H by B by H. So P by H is sin theta. So this is sin theta by cos theta. So therefore, this is also sin theta by cos theta, and in the similar manner, this is cos theta by sin theta. These are the relation between the trigonometric functions. So sin, cosec are reciprocal to each other, tan, cot are reciprocal to each other, similarly cos, sec are reciprocal to each other. But in sin and cosec, we use P and H. In cos and sec, we use B and H. In tan and cot, we use P and B. So these same ratio or reverse ratio that generates same behavior. That means trigonometric functions, basically there are 3 trigonometric functions, sin, cos, tan. Other 3 are reciprocals. Trigonometric functions and their reciprocal functions behave in the same manner. In latter case, you will see how this is true. Now come quickly to the trigonometric identities. B then C is trigonometric identity or identities. That means the relation. What do you mean by trigonometric identity? A trigonometric relation which is true for all values of theta in the domain of its definition is known as a trigonometric identity. Actually, you have C is your. Actually, for note you need not worry. Note is being sent separately. Already I have sent you the note. Those who are joining new, you can ask me to send the note. Because if I write note, it will be very lengthy one. So these are trigonometric identities. Sin square theta plus cos square theta. This one is first one, and second one is sec square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. Third one is cosec square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. So that means for these are identities. This relation is true for all value of theta. Suppose theta equal to 0. Already also I will explain the values of trigonometric ratios in different angles, but already you know, since you know from school, I am just verifying this. For theta equal to 0, sin 0 is 0, 0 square is 0, cos 0 is 1, so 1 square, 0 square, 1 square, 1. Suppose theta is 45 degrees, sin 45 is 1 by root 2, cos 45 is 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 square is 1 by 2, 1 by root 2 square is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 equal to. Suppose you take 60 degrees, sin 60 is root 3 by 2, cos 60 is 1 by 2. Root 3 by 2 square, 1 by 2 square, so 3 by 4, 1 by 4, again 4 by 4, that's 1. So these are trigonometrical identities, and you have done lot of problems on identities in your school. Also I have given some problems in my later classes. I will give you some difficult problems. That means using all these relations for difficult ones. And that means you have it's more than above 10th class. But again using same identities, but tricky one. But next is your quadrant rule, because actually time is short. Then your quadrants and rule. Already this XO, this X dash, YO, Y dash. Actually XOY, this is your first quadrant, this is your second quadrant, this is your third quadrant, this is your fourth quadrant. Already you have read your geometry, your analytical geometry, where coordinate plane is divided into 4 octants, so 4 quadrants. So here quadrant number 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Here XOY is your first quadrant, X dash OY is your second quadrant, X dash OY dash is your third quadrant, XOY dash is your fourth quadrant. While naming a quadrant, you first start with X, not with Y. Here XOY, here not YO X dash OY. Here X dash OY dash. Here not Y dash OX, though you move in this way. Because in negative way also you move in this way. So XOY dash is your fourth quadrant. So coming to angle, this is starting line, this is 0. And this is 90 covers 90, so this is 90. So from here, this is up to 180. From here, this is 270, 3 pi by 2, 90 into 3. So then again up to 360 into pi. So therefore, your first quadrant is your XOY, or that is 0 to 90. So your second quadrant is your X dash OY, or that is 90 to 180. Your third quadrant is your X dash O Y dash. This is 100 to 270. And your fourth quadrant is your X O Y dash. This is 370, 270 to 360. These are 4 quadrants. So trigonometric functions behave differently in these quadrants. My purpose is to explain this concept very clearly, because in your later calculation cases, JEE problems, there are a lot of very tricky problems. Unless you know the fundamental, this will be difficult in the later time. So understand clearly, these are 4 quadrants. Already 0 to 90 first, 90 to 180 second, 180 to 270 third, and 270 to 360 fourth quadrant. Then rule, quadrants, these are quadrant rule. What is quadrant rule? Quadrant rule is rule is A S T C. That means here A S T C. A S T C means all sin, tan, cos. Here all positive, here sin positive, here tan positive, here cos positive. Here I told you earlier that there are basically three trigonometric functions: sin, cos, tan. Other three are its reciprocals. So trigonometric functions are their reciprocal functions behave the same manner. Also here in the quadrant, here all positive means sin, cos, tan positive, then cot positive, sec positive, cosec positive. Here sin positive means cosec positive. Other four are negative. I can write that sin theta is positive, cos theta is positive, tan theta is also positive. Here sin theta is greater than 0 means positive. Here this is 0. Here greater than 0 positive. Here less than 0 negative. This is negative, this is positive. So symbolically we write greater than 0. Sin theta greater than 0 means sin positive, cos positive, tan positive. And sin positive, cos is negative, less than 0. Tan is negative. Then similarly here, sin theta is negative, cos theta is negative, tan theta is positive. Here sin theta is negative, cos theta is positive, tan theta is negative. You see the rule A, all. Here all. Here sin, only sin is positive, others negative. Here tan, only tan is positive, others negative. Here cos is positive, others negative. We have not written cot, sec, cosec. Same. Tan is negative means cot is negative. Cos is negative means sec is negative. Sin is positive means cosec is positive. Here sin is negative means cosec is negative. Cos is positive means sec is positive. Tan is positive means negative means cot is negative. But how? Why? Why all this? Why not sin is positive, cos is negative here? Why not in first quadrant? Why all this rule? You remember add sugar 2 coffee, all sin, tan, cos, ASTC. You remember the ASTC rule? ASTC. Then why? How to prove that this is ASTC is correct? So come to here. XO, X dash, YO, Y dash. Here X positive, here X negative, Y positive, Y negative. So describe a right angle triangle here. This right angle. This is theta. So this is actually this is B and this is P. This is your H. So B along positive X axis, P along positive Y axis, but H is hypotenuse. This is a length. So this is always positive. So similarly, you describe here. Similarly, you describe here also here. This is minus B. This is P. Here this is minus P. H is always positive. H is always positive. Again this is. This is minus P. In first quadrant, P by H. Sin theta is P by H. P is positive, H is positive. So positive by positive is positive. In this way, cos theta B by H, positive, positive, tan theta is P by B, positive, positive. We come to second quadrant. In second quadrant, here in first quadrant. Come to second quadrant, here sin theta is P by H. Here P is positive, H is positive. So positive by positive, so positive. But what about cos? Cos theta is B by H. B is negative here. So negative by H is positive. So negative and positive is negative. So therefore cos is negative here. Tan theta is P by B. P is positive here, B is negative here. So positive by negative, so that means negative. So therefore in second quadrant, sin is positive, cos is negative, tan is negative. Similarly here P is negative, B is negative. So tan is minus P by minus P, minus p by minus b. So negative by negative is positive. In sine minus p by h negative, cos minus p by h negative. So in third quadrant tan is positive, sine is negative, cos is negative. So here similarly you can prove the same thing in quadrant number 4. So rule is ASTC. Alright. Now come to the value. Let us take some values. How to find which is greater angle, which is, suppose you take a greater angle, whether it is positive or negative, you can determine by applying quadrant rule, and the previous rule where the angle lies already you have taken that. Let us say example, find sine. Sine means positive or negative of a, say sine, say 390 degree, b sine minus 390 degree, c. Let us take these two first. So first of all, you have to decide 390 falls in which quadrant. Actually this is easier one. At once you can say 360 plus 30. So this is 390 means this falls in first quadrant. This is first quadrant. So therefore this is positive, because here what is the rule? A, S, T, C. This is the rule. All positive means sign is positive. Also positive. Then come this one. This is actually minus 390. So minus 360 another 30. So that falls in fourth quadrant, where sign is negative. Here cos positive, sign is negative. Here falls here na. So therefore this is negative. Are you clear about the concept? I am repeating again. Actually, you have been asked to find sine of 390, whether positive or negative, and sine of minus 390, whether positive or negative. Let us take 390. First, you know the quadrant in which 390 lies. Now, since it is a very smaller angle, which is can be calculated intuitively, 390 means 360 plus 30. So falls in first quadrant. This is positive angle. Again, this is the guideline. This is positive angle, and this is your negative angle. So we will move in this way, 360 and 30, 390. So falls in first quadrant means here A all positive means all positive. Again this one, this is minus 390. This arrow is like this arrow is like this. 390 means falls in fourth quadrant. So starting from this up to minus 360 and 30. So fourth quadrant, cos is positive, your sine is negative. So therefore this is negative. Here, let us take very bigger angles. Find sine of sec 1860 degree, sec, say C, minus 1860 degree. Now when you take bigger angles, it becomes difficult to calculate by mind calculation. This will be time taking. So let us devise a very easy method. See, here this is your guiding formula STC, and this one. This is positive, and this is negative. These are two guiding things. Now 1860. How to know 1860? Where it lies? Let us do in this way. Divide 1860 by 90, because each quadrant is 90. So this is 90, 90, 90, 90. So if you divide by 90, it becomes 20. So 1800. The remainder is 60. That means while taking positively, you have to move in this way, in this way, in this way, in this way. That 20 means false here. Actually, you start with this is 1, 2 because we are moving in this way. This is 190, 290, then 390, 490 because there will be 20 90s, then 60. So 4 ends here means all multiples of 4 ends here. So 20 means a multiple of 4, 20 ends here. Then another 60, that means it lies in first quadrant. In first quadrant all positive. Therefore this is positive. Follow? Now come to second one. For second one, here first one 1, 2, 3, 4 because positive way. Second one 1, 2, 3, 4 because you start in this way. Here you started in this way. But here you have to start in this way. Negative way. You see. So this will be first 90, second 90, third 90, fourth 90. All 4 multiples end here means 20 ends here. Then 60 means that falls here. In fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant cos is positive. So sec is positive. Therefore this will be also positive. Followed. Actually you can also divide by 360 and calculate. But again this is a easier method to calculate. Same thing you can divide by 360 because dividing in 360 3-digit number, this also becomes difficult. Therefore dividing by 90 becomes easier. So let us take 2 more examples. Last. Tan 2760 tan minus 2760. Again, same thing 2760 divided by 90. Which is 30. 2700. Then 60 remains. So, for the positive one, how you see this one? So since this is a positive angle, you move in this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So all multiple of 4 will end here. 30 is not a multiple of 4. 30 what is the previous one divisible by 4? That's 28. So that means 4 ends here, 28 ends here, then 29 here, 30 here. Then the angle falls in third quadrant. Follow this one. Actually, if you divide, it comes 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4 means all multiples of 4 will come here. This is 30. 30 is not divisible by 4. What is the previous one divisible by 4? 28. That means 4, then this 8, then 12, 16, 20, 24, then 28 will end here. After 28, then another 30 means another 2 quadrants. Then 29 and 30. 30 comes here. Then 60 plus 60, so falls in third quadrant. In third quadrant, tan is positive, so this is cancelled, therefore this is positive. And in fourth, second one is in this way. You calculate 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a negative angle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ends here, 28 ends here, 29, 30. So falls here. Falls in second quadrant. In second quadrant, sign is positive. Tan is negative, so therefore this is negative. Followed or not? This is a very important concept, the basic concept. After this, trigonometry is very easy, no problem. There are a lot of formulae, but my dear students, I advise all of you, know the basic things very minutely, because those who have taken career as a science, you have to learn everything fundamentally. ये क्वेश्चन नहीं होगा. You have to calculate everything and know the fundamentals very clearly. So bye now, next class.